crony minions, he'll go after them like fucking blood, like a vampire, a shark smelling blood. And that's when I butted heads. I never ever conformed to his ways, and I always went fucking mano-y-mano with him, and I always stuck up for myself, and I don't regret it. It didn't work out in my favor.
Let me tell you something about going mano-y-mano. Chase will back me up on this. I actually challenged Bill into an amateur shoot match. He said he was all for it, in front of the class and everything. Tomorrow we'll do this. Tomorrow came. All right. Session ended. Practice was over. I said, hey, Bill, we going to do this? We going to do this? And then he looks at me and goes, get out of here. Get out of here. Mind you, the day before we were like...
He takes his gun out and says, get the fuck out of here.
Takes his yardstick out.
Get the fuck out. Because, listen to this. Mind you, the day before we were discussing the whole wrestling match thing, he goes, you know I beat Brock Lesnar, right? You know I can beat Kurt Angle. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, well, let's go. Let's do it tomorrow. He figured I'd back out and not go through with it, but I was on board with it. And everyone was all for it. They all wanted to see it.
Dude, you would have owned him. First of all, those two stories were bullshit, because I'll tell you a story. I was 23, and so this is Bill 7 years younger than he is right now. In Deep South, he had me go in the ring, and he would do things to mindfuck you, where he told me, he's like, give me a fireman's carry takeover. So I would grab his fat, chunky wrist, and I would shoot him for a fireman's carry takeover. And then, he wouldn't even attempt to go over. He just plopped down on my shoulders and squashed me. And then, like, he would lay on me and, like, kind of, like, shoot, like, where he wouldn't move, and I would have to,
He always did that shit. That was his tactic. That was his training tactic, to lay on you.
Yeah, exactly, because he didn't know how to bump. Then after he did it second time, then when he did it a third time, I was like, I took it as a shoot. I was like, alright, he's shooting on me. So as soon as he did that, and he's really trying to hold me out, and I was a lot smaller, too. I threw him off of me with fucking ease, and then I was like, wait a second. Then I did it another time, and then I threw him off of me even quicker. And I was like, wait, and then Bill kind of looked at me, because he was trying to hold me down. He just, like, his way of giving me credit, he just kind of nodded his head and got around. He's like, huh, he's pretty strong. He's pretty strong.
Yeah, he's good. He's strong.
Yeah, he's pretty strong. Yeah, and then I thought in my head, I was like, wait a second. That's when the light bulb went off. I was like, this guy's all fucking hot air. I was like, I always go back to that day. I was like, this guy's full of shit. This guy, it's a big just mental mind fuck. I was like, that's when it clicked that one day I'll never forget. I was like, I'm physically not afraid of this motherfucker. I was like, it's a bunch of bullshit. So.
It is. It's a work, man.
It's a crock of shit. But, okay, the other story that, I'm the one who leaked that one out, that the fucking, is the John Cena's best friend Rob personal trainer story. You guys were there for this whole fucking thing, so I'm gonna let you guys take it away.
Yeah.
I just know little details, but this is your story. Rock on.
Well, pretty much, Rob McIntyre, he was the head trainer at Hard Knock South Gym, which is John Cena's gym.
And he's legit John Cena's like childhood best friend, right?
Yeah, they've been friends forever. Which kind of surprised me that WWE got rid of him, but I think Bill had a lot to do with that. I don't know how Bill has all this power. It's mind-blowing, but he does, I guess. It makes no sense. 30 people on the injured reserve list that Bill was responsible for, pretty much.
Is that an exaggerated number?
Chase, what do you think?
The number was actually, we got an announcement one day that it was basically, I think it was like afternoon practice, something like that. But we got a random announcement from Bill that, you guys have to all be careful. It was basically, everybody's hurt right now because you guys are getting small nagging injuries and you're trying to work through them because you're job scared and there's no reason to be. So you guys aren't taking the right amount of rest time and you're not recovering from your little bumps and bruises and they turn into huge injuries. So that's why everybody's hurt. And it needs to stop right now because he just got a call from the office this morning and, it was, why is there 18 guys on the injured list right now? That's a developmental record. And he had to correct him and say, well, actually, it's 31. We haven't updated it yet. So,
how does this guy keep his job?
Wait, you had 18 yesterday? No, here's the new revised list. It's up to 31 after today's practice.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I have to update the list. Got 31 injured.
Yeah, he was in trouble for 18 years.
Can I please have a cookie for that? I broke the record. Yeah.
Dude, and now, and the way you're saying it too, I know exactly what Bill was doing too, because I seen him do, he did it to me before, where he blamed on Bob Holly when it was him, like where he'll flip it and he makes it seem like it's your fault. When he made me get in the ring when I was just clear from injury and I wound up tearing my bicep, he flipped the story. He's like, Kevin, he didn't have to get in the ring, but he wanted to stick it to Bob because Bob was riding him really hard and he wanted to really show him, it's in his book, this lie. And then he's like, that he wanted to show Bob Holly that he really had it in him and stuff like that. I was like, what? I was like, your fat ass demanded I get in the ring. Bob Holly was like picking his nose in the corner doing nothing. It was you. Like, what are you talking about? Like, Bob Holly had nothing to do with that at all. And then, so I know exactly what you're saying when he came out and he's like, he tried to put it on you guys, like, you guys are trying to work through this, but you're not letting you blah, blah, blah. Like, motherfucker, what are you talking about? Like, you made us get in the ring and do 70 repetitions of 80 times something pointless for no reason. We're blowing out our knees. Now, what did the injuries range from? The fucking most minor one to the most serious one out of the 31 guys?
I mean, there's lots of, like, obviously knees are the first one to go. I mean, when you look at some of the blow-up drills and stuff, I mean, there was a specific situation, too. I don't know if this had ever come to light before, and it's just like, I mean, like I said, I mean, I'm not going to try to blow anything out of proportion, but this is one that really bugged me at the time. There was a Full Sail taping, and apparently at some point over the course of the taping, Hunter had made a comment to Bill or to somebody that in one particular match, all right, there's in one particular match, I don't know what the match was, but there was only one.
He was out of shape, he said.
He looked over and said, what's the deal? They look kind of blown up. Are these guys getting killed at practice or something, or are they out of shape? And basically that rebounded in the next day that, and he told us the story verbatim. Hey guys, here's what happened last night at Full Sail. Hunter made a comment that two of the guys looked kind of blown up, and he wanted to know if it was because you were being overtrained or if it's because you're out of shape. And there was a little bit of a pause, and I remember at that point we're all kind of looking at each other like, all right, cool, maybe practice has been fucking killing us. So maybe now it's going to lighten up a little bit. Now maybe we'll just, we can go back to the old developmental schedule where it's not just 5 days straight a week of just like constant blow up.
More cardio.
Yeah, this is going to be awesome. So basically,
sometimes 7.
I mean, well, he just goes, all right, well, obviously, he said either the guys are just blown up because they're out of shape or they're being trained too hard. So clearly you guys are just out of shape, so now we're going to do more cardio. Now the focus is cardio, now cardio every day. So then it became just blow-up drills every practice, and then every practice had to end with everybody had to do individually a 10 to 15-minute blow-up drill. And, like, I'll ramble off one off the top of my mind that I remember doing 150 times. It was like 30 crisscrosses, then 30 drop-downs, and you had to pick a guy up upside down for a slam 30 times, put him back on his feet, pick him up for a vertical suplex 30 times. Keep in mind, just holding somebody upside down after 30 times after you're already blown up.
This is all in a row?
Well, 30 in a row, yeah. Crisscross, 30 up and overs, then get in the corner and do grape squishers, high knees for about 3 minutes.
Mind you, everyone's fatigued and could possibly drop someone on their neck.
Hold on, does this one sound familiar? Get those knees above the second rope. Get them
absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I'm glad that Bill really
above the second rope.
Upped his training. Get those knees higher. Get them higher. Grape
squishers.
Grape squishers. Imagine his fat ass in one of those tubs with his bare fat feet squishing grapes.
I think he needs to do some of his own training. That's my personal opinion.
Also,
imagine the kind of shape he would get in.
Yeah. Also, whatchamacallit, we kind of got sidetracked. The Rob Trainer fucking injury thing. Whatchamacallit. Now, Rob wound up losing his job. Rob wound up getting fired. And, like, the rumor I heard was all of those injuries, all 31 of them, Bill dumped on Rob's shoulders.
Yeah, absolutely. He blamed it all on Rob. So they released Rob.
Now, explain
and it wasn't Rob's fault at all. Rob was all about injury prevention.
Oh, wow. Wait, you guys you guys were part of the regime, right? You guys worked out with Rob, right?
Yeah, it's awesome. Fantastic.
And mind you, literally on a Thursday night show, Rob came into the office, or came into FCW arena, NXT arena, and right in front of Bill DeMott, voiced his opinion about the injuries. Blamed it all on Bill, right in front of Bill. So Bill didn't like that too much.
Okay, so this guy literally was all about injury prevention. You guys worked out with him. You said he's a great physical trainer. Went to
he's one of the best trainers I've ever worked with.
Went to the school to literally bitch out Bill about injuring these kids, and he stuck up for you guys. Rock on, I actually fucking respect the shit out of him. He was the only guy that sounds like that voiced his opinion against Bill.
He did.
And
then he got fired 12 hours later.
Yeah,
he got fired for voicing his opinion and for doing the right thing, pretty much.
And really, the Office, they really bought that story. No, like, I don't understand if this is Bill's first go around, but the fact that this is an instant replay of 2006, so it's like the guy
history repeats itself, man. History does repeat itself.
But how the hell do they believe, like, oh, yep, Bill said that this guy got injured, guys. I guess he did. Like, we got to get rid of him. Like, really, dude?
Right. He must be that easy to manipulate people.
Why don't you just ask the talent, like, everyone who trains with them, like, hey, did Rob the personal trainer injure you? They're like, no. And then say, did Bill injure you? They'll say no, but they'll be shaking their head yes. They're like, no, yes.
Honestly, we need to get Rob on this show. We need to get Rob on the phone, because he'll tell you that everything's a crock of shit and Ryan ass backwards.
Fuck, I would love that. Fuck, if you guys fucking had his number, like, I would love to do our future podcast. Fucking explode. I mean, hold on, I'm trying to think of what else. Oh, actually, whatchamacallit, I don't know if you guys know this story. It was kind of a cryptic tweet. Do you guys know Briley? You guys know Briley Pierce, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Apparently everyone loves him and everyone says like the nicest things about him. He put out a cryptic tweet about Bill DeMott saying something about the girls that Bill DeMott's like fucking, hiding, like fucking telling them not to report. I forget what he said. There was something in that tweet where
it was something about a sexual predator or something, the new trainer. Yeah, something like that.
The new trainer taking pictures with the divas.
God.
And then Bill's telling him not to fucking tell anyone or something?
He tried to sweep it under the rug, pretty much. Said nothing leaves this building. Don't tell corporate office about this. I heard about that story. I mean, I wasn't there for it, but I've heard from a few people.
Oh shit! So wait a second, I'm piecing this together. So that makes sense now. Fuck. So that's what he meant with sexual predator comment. So the new trainer was fucking probably creeping on the chicks, and then fucking they probably went to Bill, complained to Bill, and then Bill's like, oh, whatever you do.
Sexual harassment.
Don't tell the office, because fucking they might wind up having to fire that guy. Because if you fire that guy, you might have to bring back Rob. Uh-oh, you don't want that. Rob don't like me. Rob don't like me injuring talent. Like, we can't have this guy. Holy crap. Now, I'm trying to think. I want to see if there's any other stories that I know of that, because you guys
we have a story for you right now about, do you know who the Iron Sheik is? Of course.
The Iron Sheik?
Yeah, I was like,
of course.
For a second, I was like, what?
Like, are you serious?
I was like, his
nephew was actually in NXT.
Wait, that guy.
His name was Mossy.
I think.
And
is he a big like?
Bill bullied that kid every day.
Is he like a real monster?
Huge Iranian dude.
Oh yeah, he was in PWS and Kev. If it's the same guy.
That one, yeah.
Okay,
I met
go
that
ahead.
Kid.
He's a cool dude, but Bill bullied him every day. He drove him to quit.
Oh, that kid quit? Why? What was he saying to him?
Yeah. Chase, you there?
Yeah. No, that was just, it was just another situation of just like every single day it was something. It was something
different. He would just torture him.
Exactly. You pick who you don't like, and then you just kind of zero in on them, and it's every single day. It's just, basic bullying type shit, you know what I mean? And for him, I guess it was too much, you know what I mean? That just drove him right out the door.
Yeah.
He also, he bullied another one of our boys. His name was Marcus Anthony.
Okay.
Because this dude is huge. He's like one of the biggest guys in the company. Muscles upon muscles all over the place, just blowing out his body everywhere. And the amount of training we would do, like, we needed to get food. We needed protein. He needed food about every half hour. So he would have to sneak. Mind you, he snuck to the bathroom and would have to eat tuna fish sandwiches and peanut butter and jelly sandwiches in the stall.
Jesus
he was
Christ.
scared of Bill.
Like, where's Norman Smiley and the other guys? I mean, are they just so scared for the job that they won't speak up? I guess the whole Rob thing explains it, but I don't.
In Georgia, it was the same thing where fucking there was no break. You would get there at like fucking, sometimes he would make you stay for both classes, and you would literally get there and there was no lunch break or whatever. He would let you go out for like 10 minutes and then come right back and then do this. Like, first of all, what are you gonna eat in 10 minutes and then just do all these blow-up drills? You're gonna fucking puke it right up. Like, you can't do that shit.
I'm sure DeMott's not missing any fucking meals.
No, of course not.
Oh, no shit.
He's sitting behind, he used to sit behind, was he doing this in NXT and FCW? Just sit behind the table, just eating food all day, like ordering Chinese food and everything else?
Oh yeah.
Dude,
that was a daily thing.
Oh.